Hello guys, welcome to AppDev channel. In today's video, we will discuss about the Hello World program which we have written earlier. This is the program which we have written in our earlier topics, the Hello World program that contains only the public static void main, which is accepting the string array and its variable name is argument name is args, and it is printing a statement, just a static statement, welcome Java from JVM. This is the Java hello world program which we have written earlier in our last video. So let us execute that program. In order to compile the program, we have to use the javac command, javac hello world.java, and after compilation it generates a bytecode for it. Now we have to execute the program. This is executed, it is printing it, right? So we will understand why we have to write the main method with all these keywords mentioned here, public static void main, and it is accepting the string array uh, as an argument to it, and what that's all we're trying to understand in today's video. In general, like in our C or C++ programming languages, right, we generally write a main method like this, okay, or it will return some value, okay, like return 1 or 0 or anything, uh, 200 or 100, whatever it is, okay. So in C or C++, we used to write a simple main method, like it is just having a void, and it is just having a return type other than void or int string or whatever it is, okay. But it is not the case with Java, okay, because we have to write like this in Java, the main method. We will understand why we have to write the main method like this. Whenever we execute a bytecode by calling Java command and by passing a class name to it, first JVM comes into picture, as we know it already, right? Then JVM tries to see whether any static blocks are there in the class which is passed to it or not. Let's say, for example, there is a static, we will write the static blocks in Java like this, okay. uh, system.out.println of welcome from static block, okay. Let us execute this one. See this, before even calling our main method which we have written, it is calling initially the static block. So first, JVM first checks for the static block. If any static block is written in your Java class, it will execute it first. If no static blocks are there in the Java class, then it tries to call the main method, okay. That is what we are seeing it in the output. Then so let us understand why we have to write the main method with public static void main string args like this, okay. Let us understand why we have to write a static keyword for a main method in Java first, okay. So in general, we have the instance methods and the static methods in Java, okay. Instance methods can be called by creating the instance to the class that we are passing. Like for example, if we have some method here, method 1, and this is not returning anything, public void method 1. Okay, and this is just an instance method because it is not having any static keyword, right? So in order to call this method, uh, what we have to do is we have to create an object to hello world h dot method. So on the object reference we will call the instance method, but here there is another type of method in Java, that is the static method. Okay, static methods can be called but without creating a instance to that class. They can be called by the class name itself. Okay, so whenever we are calling Java on the hello world here like this, right? The JVM will try to JVM will fetch the class name from here and try to find the main method in the class which is having exactly the same signature, public static void main string args accepting string type argument. And once it finds exactly the same main method with the same signature, then it calls the main method with class name like hello world dot main method. So as JVM is calling our main method with class name without creating an instance to it, that is why we have to write a static keyword for our main method. So that is the significance of the main method. Significance of the static keyword for main method. What is the significance of public keyword? Okay, why we have to mention public keyword for main method in Java? Because this main method present in our hello world program, this is one separate program, and whatever the main method is being invoked by JVM, that is also another program, right? So that program should be able to access or call this main method, right? So these are two separate programs running out of the context of each other, right? So that's why we have to mention, whenever we mention public, then only this main method will be accessible to the classes or programs those are running outside of your class. Okay, that's why we have to mention public keyword. Okay, now let us understand why we have to write the void keyword here. Okay, so in order to understand void keyword, let us understand the same signature what we have written earlier for C and C++. Okay, so here in C and C++, we generally write a void main or int main, and it returns some value, right? In C and C++, those programs runs as a process of an operating system, but that's why I mean the program which you invoke may invoke the other processes and all, right? Those processes, in order to handle the operating system, in order to handle those processes, it needs some written code from the program, from the main program which it is invoking. So based on that written code, it takes an action to take care of the parent or child processes. Okay, if you return 0, if you return 1, it will take the necessary actions and all. Okay, so that's why we need some value to be returned from your main method in C or C++. But in uh, Java JVM is running, right? JVM is running your class. But whenever JVM is running your class, whenever it is finding a main method, right? It creates a thread for it. Okay, that thread is called main thread. Okay, so all your transaction, all your process will be running under the main thread. So we don't have to return anything for that thread. That's why we should be mentioning only the void keyword, only the as just because the main thread is uh, running your main class, we don't have to return anything, because we don't have to return anything to main thread, and main thread is running under the JVM. If you want to return something, or if you want to come out of the JVM process, you can use other classes like system dot exit of 0 or system dot exit of some non-zero value. Those are the classes available in Java to come to exit the JVM. Okay, so that is about the void keyword. We don't have to return anything from the main method to anyone. That's why we have to mention void keyword. Okay. Before going further, let me try with this one. Okay, here let me remove this static keyword, static block. Can I write a main method like this, static public void main string args? Can I write a main method like this? Let us check this. Okay, see, this is compiled and running successfully. So the sequence of these keywords is not matter, but they should present. Okay, public static. See this. So we learned about the public, we learned about what is static, and we learned about void keyword, right? Then let us change the return type of this main method to something. Okay, as we have discussed, the main method should not be returning anything, right? If we change the return type of this method to something here, right? Return 1. See this, main method must return a value of type void in class hello world. Please define the main method as, see this, here it is specifically looking for public static void main, and it is accepting string type argument array. Okay, so we should not return anything from the main method. Let us say, for example, I want to here I am not able to return anything, right? Say for example, I want to have one more method. Okay, and public static int main method, exactly with exactly the same signature, but with the same name. Okay, but it is returning int keyword, int return type. See this, it is straight away compilation itself is failing. Method main string arguments is already defined in hello world class. So return type is not considering for method duplication check. So that's why it is being treated as a method is already exist. So we cannot we cannot return int from the main method, even from the overloaded. Let's say for example, if we modify this one, right? My main. Okay, let us give this method name. Okay, so what will happen? This is missing return statement, return 1. Program is compiled, program is successfully executed. But if you see, whatever the statement which we have written in our main method, new main method that is returning the int value, is not coming in the output console. That is because it is not being called by the JVM. JVM is calling or identifying only this one. Okay, so as this is your new method, you have to call it. Okay, as this is your custom method, you have to call it. See this, let us see how to call this method here. Then we will see the output of the statement which we have written in line number 5 here. Okay. In order to do that, hello world, as that is a static method, we can use the class name, right? Hello world dot my main of, we have to pass a string argument, string array, right? New string array. Let us pass value. Let us pass appdev. Okay. Let us see how it prints now. Okay, sorry. Let me correct this string spelling. This is compiled. Welcome Java from JVM. Welcome Java from custom method. So this method, whatever you have written, it will be invoked only when you call it. It will not be invoked by the JVM. Okay. So that's all about the main method name, overloaded main method int return type, and the static and the public keywords we have seen so far. Let us come to this string array, which is an argument to the main method. Okay. Why we have to write like this? Okay. See, for any method, right, it can accept, it may or may not accept any arguments, or it may or may not return any data from it. So arguments as an input and data as an output. It may or may not be the input, may or may not give the output. But that is a, I mean, as per the requirement, we define the methods like this. Let's say, for example, there is a method add, it accepts two arguments, right? And you want to return uh, a variable c value, return a plus b, right? Or c is equal to a plus b, return c. So here this method is accepting two arguments and it is returning int type. So this is the requirement. We have this add method should accept two arguments and some of those two numbers it should return. This is the requirement, right? So in the same way, this method is designed like this, okay, as per the requirement. So in the same way, main method in Java is also designed that it will accept only the string type argument, string array type as an argument to this main method. So as per the Java language specification, it is designed to accept only the string array as an argument to it. If you want to pass anything, right? If you want to pass any arguments to this main method via JVM, then that has to be passed to this string array. Let us see how to pass an argument while running this class from JVM. Okay. Let me, okay, sorry. Let me remove this. Welcome Java from JVM. Here I'll use args of 0. This is how we get a value from string array. Okay. Let me compile this program. If you execute this program, see this is giving, because we are expecting a 0th index value in this string array, but we are not passing any arguments here while running the program via JVM, right? So I'll give this one. Okay, this is an argument I'm passing to hello world program. So JVM will pick up this class and instantiate and call the main method in it and pass this argument as the 0th index to this class. Okay, see this, welcome Java from JVM appdev. It is printing like this. That is about string arguments. It is just a Java language specification. The main method is designed to accept only the string array as an argument to main method. That's all, nothing else. Okay. Uh, After that, let us come to this one. Okay. Can we change anything like this? Okay. Params. Okay. Can I give the params here instead of the arg's name? Yes, we can give that. That is not a mandatory parameter name. Okay. Params of 0, right? Let me compile it. See this. So parameter name is not a mandatory one. You can use whatever your choice. So we discussed about the signature of the main method. What is the significance of writing each and every keyword in this method definition? Okay, that's all for this video. In the next video, we will discuss about why we have to use the system.out.println in order to print it, just a single statement to the console, standard output console. Okay, in the next video, we will discuss about that. That's all for today. Thank you.